The confirmed number of new coronavirus cases reported in Los Angeles County in the last 24 hours is 326, with 3 additional deaths. Here in Torrance, 3 additional cases have been reported with no new deaths confirmed. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Christine Lee. It's Wednesday, July 7th. The highly contagious Delta variant is now the dominant coronavirus strain in the U.S. It now makes up more than 51% of COVID-19 cases, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The Delta strain accounts for more than 80% of new infections in Iowa, Kansas, and Missouri, while Colorado and Utah report more than 74%. Public health officials continue to stress that vaccines appear to be highly effective against the strain, especially when it comes to hospitalizations and deaths. They urge the roughly 150 million people who remain unvaccinated to get their shots. Doctors predict that there will be a virus surge this winter if not enough people are fully vaccinated by then. Others worry that another variant that is potentially more dangerous could emerge if other countries don't increase their vaccinations. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine is proving to be effective against the Delta variant. The company says the protection appears to last at least 8 months. The results follow similar announcements from Pfizer and Moderna. Researchers observed the blood of 8 vaccinated individuals when it was exposed to the Delta variant and found that antibodies and immune system cells in the blood were highly effective at neutralizing the virus. A second study with 20 patients in Boston showed similar results. Researchers say the vaccine brings out a strong neutralizing antibody response that does not diminish but rather improves over time. Both studies have been submitted but are not yet published in a peer-reviewed publication. The White House is determined to get the rest of America vaccinated, even if it means making house calls.
Now we need to go to community by community, neighborhood by neighborhood, and oftentimes door to door, literally knocking on doors, to get help to the remaining people protected from the virus.
President Joe Biden announced on Tuesday that his administration will increase efforts with a new program targeting neighborhoods with low vaccination rates. Those making the door-to-door visits will offer information about the safety and effectiveness of the available vaccines. The Biden administration is partnering with about 42,000 local pharmacies and primary care facilities where people may feel the most comfortable getting medical advice. The White House will also boost vaccine access at pediatric offices for children ages 12 to 15 so that more students can get the shots before returning to school in the fall. President Biden came short of his goal to have 70% of the country vaccinated by July 4th, but he expects nearly 160 million Americans to become fully vaccinated by the end of this week. Lawmakers at the California state capitol have to wear masks again after a recent coronavirus outbreak. The mask mandate was reinstated after 9 people tested positive for COVID-19 last week. 2 of them were fully vaccinated and wearing masks. Effective immediately, legislators and staff members must wear face coverings at the Capitol, the Legislative Office Building, and district offices. Unvaccinated members and employees will also be required to get tested twice a week beginning tomorrow. The rapid antigen testing will be conducted at the Capitol on Monday and Thursday mornings. While the coronavirus strains of the recent cases are not known at this time, the 7-day positivity rate in California is 1.9%. Close to 20.3 or nearly 60% of Californians are now fully vaccinated. We now have positive news coming out of LA County skilled nursing facilities. They're enjoying a sharp decline in new coronavirus cases after many residents and staff members got vaccinated. For the week ending on June 20th, close to 30,000 COVID-19 tests were completed at these facilities, and only 7 people tested positive. 1 resident and 6 staff members. The majority of these cases were among unvaccinated individuals. Compare that to the last week of December in 2020 when 2,532 people tested positive for the virus. Currently, 84% of skilled nursing facility staff and residents are fully vaccinated. Through tomorrow, the remaining unvaccinated population can take advantage of some perks from the county if they get their shots at qualifying locations. Tickets and passes to a number of botanical gardens in our area are still up for grabs. For more information and to make an appointment, you can go to vaccinatelacounty.com. Orange County reached a significant milestone. 70% of its residents ages 18 and up have gotten at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine as of last week. But the county is not exactly at herd immunity yet. 65% of the almost 700,000 minors are younger than 12 years old and therefore can't get vaccinated yet. So, to reach a 70% threshold among all residents, close to 82% of those countywide ages 12 and up need to get the shot or have sufficient levels of coronavirus antibodies after recovering from an infection. More than 55% of OC's 3.2 million residents are fully vaccinated. That number can jump to 62.7% if those who got their first shots follow through with their second ones. Vaccination rates are higher among older adults in the OC. 91.1% of residents ages 74 to 84 are vaccinated, compared to just 43.4% for those ages 12 to 17. Doctors say herd immunity in OC is a moving target, and the more a strain spreads, like the Delta, the higher the threshold has to be. They also noted that 90% of new infections are among those who are unvaccinated. This population also makes up 95% of the county's current COVID-19 hospitalizations. Well, we're just about 2 weeks away from the Tokyo Olympics, and things are not looking good for spectators wanting to take part in the Games. Surging COVID-19 cases in Tokyo hit a 2-month high and almost guarantees that the Japanese government will declare a new state of emergency. That decision will likely be made tomorrow, get enacted next week, and continue through the Olympics. If declared, this would become the 4th state of emergency for Tokyo since the pandemic began. It could lead to a ban on even local fans. As of now, international spectators are not allowed, and just 2 weeks ago, officials restricted venues to just 50% capacity or a maximum of 10,000 fans from Japan. Empty stands will likely extend to the opening ceremony at the $1.4 billion National Stadium. And while fans may be prohibited, sponsors and others are likely to gain some access to the games and venues. Tokyo reported 920 new cases on Wednesday, up from 714 a week ago. That's the highest number since more than 1,000 cases were reported back in May. Nationwide, Japan is at about 810,000 cases and close to 14,900 deaths. Only 15% of Japanese citizens are fully vaccinated. The Japanese Prime Minister met with other key officials to discuss virus measures and may restore the state of emergency until August 22nd. The Tokyo Olympics is set to take place from Friday, July 23rd until Sunday, August 8th. Californians can now take advantage of a new deal from the Disneyland Resort. For a limited time, tickets to Disneyland Park and Disney California Adventure are as low as $83 a day, but there's a catch. The deal requires parkgoers to buy a 3-day bundle that expires at the end of September. The 3-day, 1 park per day ticket went on sale yesterday for $249. Those wanting to park hop can add $55 to the total, which comes out to $304. Guests also have to decide which 3 days they want to visit ahead of time when buying their tickets. They don't have to be consecutive days, but again, options are through September 30th and subject to park reservation availability. In addition to discounted tickets, the resort is also offering hotel savings. From July 6th to October 2nd, visitors can save up to 25% on select rooms at Disney's Grand California Hotel and Spa and up to 20% at Disneyland Hotel. Well, blood shortage has become a critical issue across the U.S. during the pandemic, forcing some hospitals to postpone surgeries. The American Red Cross reports that red cell demand from hospitals with trauma centers increased by 10% this year, more than 5 times the growth of other facilities that provide blood transfusions. In an effort to help, the city of Torrance is teaming up with UCLA to host a blood drive later this month, and there is plenty of space right now for you to sign up. Mark your calendars and schedule a time to drop by if you can on Thursday, July 29th. The blood drive takes place from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Ken Miller Recreation Center located at 3341 Torrance Boulevard. City workers ask that every donor make an appointment by going online to ucedonor.com, emailing the address you see here on the flyer, or scanning the QR code and following instructions. Eligible donors will receive a promotional item. Remember to eat well and increase your fluid intake a couple of days before and the day of your donation. Back on Point Chiropractic celebrated its grand opening in Torrance with a ribbon cutting ceremony this morning.
Wellness! Hi. Yay!
I'm a native, born and raised here in the South Bay, graduated from South High, go Spartans. And once I finished school, I knew I wanted to open my business here in Torrance. And so last year I was able to open our office here.
Dr. Ernest Kim says he feels blessed that they were able to survive through the pandemic last year and thanks the community for supporting them. He's grateful to be able to give back to the local community and serve in his hometown. This wellness center specializes in acupuncture, chiropractic care, holistic healing, and massage therapy. It also offers life transformation coaching and nutritional counseling. For more information on this small business, you can go to backonpointwellness.com. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community. Pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. July is Park and Recreation Month, and the city's Community Services Department wants you to get out and explore our parks and open spaces. Research has shown that spending time outside can help improve your mental and physical health, and Torrance has 33 parks where you can do just that. Take a peek at each of the city's parks online, jot down the addresses of the ones you want to visit, and schedule a picnic, get your exercise in, or just enjoy being outdoors. Staff members from the Park Services Division work tirelessly to make sure Torrance residents have a fun and safe time at the athletic fields, game courts, playgrounds, and other amenities available at our parks throughout the city. They're highlighting a few parks this month on their social media pages. Today, Hickory Park takes the spotlight. It has lots of green space, barbecue grills, and tennis and sand volleyball courts. They'd love to see your pictures too and hear about your favorite Torrance park or a special park memory. You can comment or message the Torrance Community Services Department on social media. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 Today. We'll see you back here tomorrow as Bella Shaw brings you the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.